Please be seated, sir. Before we begin with the ceremony, may I take this opportunity to acknowledge our very dynamic guest of honor speaker, Honorable Jorge Antonio P. Bustos, Representative Patrol Party List, and be formally introduced later. Indeed, a pleasure to have you here and grace with us this momentous event, sir. Likewise, to our distinguished guests, Mr. Raymond Turla, President, Patrol Party List, Mr. Beta Kiambao, Secretary General, Patrol Party List, Mr. Vince Francis Pineda, Chief Aide, Head Security, Liaison Officer to PNP and AFP, Patrol Party List, Mr. Eugene Ocampo, Deputy Secretary General, Patrol Party List, Police Staff Sergeant Johnny Gonzalez, Close Protection Officer, Patrol Party List, Mr. Nelson DJ Enrique, Head Upslide, Baguio Branch. Sir? Commission, non-commission officers present, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team RTC3, led by our very own Chief RTC3, Police Colonel Julio Sabado Boras Victor, together with the RTC3 training staff, good afternoon. Welcome to the Honors Night of the PSBRC RTC3 Class 2020-05, MASINDAK, here at the Regional Training Center 3. The ceremony begins!
The attention call has been sounded, which signals the entrance of the parading troop. In a short while, you will see fine men and women marching in cadence with martial music, played by the RTC3 band.
Regional Training Center and the National Police Training Institute is located at Northwest Foot of Mount Aran, Barangay sa Magalang, Pampanga. This training institute is located at Northwest Foot of Mount Aran, Barangay sa Magalang, Pampanga. This training institute is about 7 kilometers from town center of district and is 35 kilometers away from the provincial capital of San Fernando. It is 70 kilometer drive from the nearest urban center and the city, and 95 kilometers away from the Metro Manila area. The school began in 16th as a training station for the PC personnel in 1973. It had the mission of providing basic recruitment and service training for the PC. It was then known as the PC Regional Training Center of Pampanga Police Pharmacy, Tarlac. In July 1974, its operation was transferred to San Felipe San Fernando, Pampanga, and was renamed as the First Zone Training Center.
RTCG's capability of training over 1,200 trainees undergoing courses of 3 to 6 months in duration. Its staff has grown from 9 personnel in 1994 to its current strength, 36 high-commissioned officers, 60 non-commissioned officers, and 40 non-uniformed personnel. The PNP is headed by Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Torrentino Elizalde, Chief PNP, while Police Major General Aris Mortis Team, the Director of PNPCI, exercises overall supervisions in full go of all 17 RTC Station 1. The team RTC3 is under the leadership of Police Colonel Julio Sabado Boras Jr. as the Chief Regional Training Center 3.
The implementation of RTC3 satellite training started in 2017, which paved the way for the success of RTC3. Being awarded as the best RTC under the PPS level in 2018 and in 2019, and given recognition as the best RTC with the best RTC under the PNPDA level in 2020. The RTC3 is QNS Act ISO 9001-2015, certified since 2017. A tourist spot destination among the training center and the home of the Braves. The training center grows with its motto, learn today to serve and protect tomorrow.
Hello po!
Ladies and gentlemen, the PSBRC 2020-05 Class MASINDAK in battalion formation. You've just heard the sound of the adjutant's call, which signals the start of the parade and review. The adjutant designates the Alpha company as the base company. Therefore, all other companies align with it. In a very minor call, the adjutant's draw. The adjutant positions himself between the line of the troops and the troop commander. The adjutant directs the guide of the respective platoon to take their pose. He then directs the battalion to execute parade dress for the sound off by the RTC3 band.
Police marching band is a military style band operated by police officers. This band provides ceremonial support during police observances, ceremonies, drills, and other civic events. The repertoire is mostly composed of ceremonial marching and other music. Riding hard performances, emphasizing unity and coordination, where it manifests the discipline of the troops. Under the initiative behalf of the Police Executive Master Sergeant Anthony S. Prado, came the birth of RTC3 band. Currently under the baton of Police Training and Maintenance Band Master, together with 20 members coming from the PSBRC class MASINDAK, ladies and gentlemen, the RTC3 band. Members of the band: Band Master, Police Training Domingo; Major Reds, Police Training Palma, Police Training Santiago; Police Training Almero, Police Training Valenzuela, Police Training Santos Vera, Police Training Subico, Police Training Toronto; Brass, Police Training Dilic, Police Training Morante, Police Training Polucho; Symbols, Police Training Miguel, Police Training Santos JJ, Police Training Chaco; Precautions, Police Training Nolasco, Police Training Pocolo; opasnego sa Australia, RTC3.
The adjutant brings the battalion to attention. He then faces about and reports to the battalion commander that the battalion is now formed. The battalion commander directs the adjutant to take his post. Now, the battalion commander will issue a series of commands to test the proficiency of the battalion in manual of arms.
Mundo, sa pagkasanay, sa paghawak ng sandata. Kanang balikan! Ho!
Kanang balikat sandata o right shoulder arm.
Kaliwang balikan! Ho!
Kaliwang balikat sandata o left shoulder arm.
Agap! Ho!
Agap sandata o port arm.
Baba! Ho!
Baba sandata o order arm.
Tanggol! Ho!
Tanggal sandata o present arm.
Baba! Ho!
The battalion commander directs the adjutant to receive the report of the day.
Gabi! Ho! Ula!
He then faces about and reports to the battalion commander.
Iyan ang kautusan!
And now, for the publication of orders. Ladies and gentlemen, the officers of the PSBRC 2020-05 Class MASINDAK. Let's give them a big round of applause.
At this juncture, may we request our guest of honor and speaker, Honorable George Antonio P. Bustos, Representative Patrol Party List, accompanied by our very own Chief RTC3 Police Colonel Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr. for trooping the line.
Ano na? Nalapunta lupa ito kalibutin.
Trooping the line, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor and speaker, accompanied by our very own Chief RTC3 and Police Training Officer, the Battalion Commander, together, RTC3, Section Heads, Battalion Staff. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor speaker, Honorable George Antonio Patrol Bustos, Representative Patrol Party List. Let's give him a big round of applause. Please be seated, sir.
And now, the battalion commander directs the battalion to execute salute.
Magsintayo po tayong lahat para sa pag-awit ng lupang hinirang, ang pambansang awit ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
Tabal! Ho! Ilo, ilo, ho! Ilo, hoy, ho!
Please remain standing.
Baba! Ho!
And to formally bless this significant afternoon, may we all give grace to the Lord Almighty through a doxology, panalangin ng pulis.
Let us all pray and ask for God's guidance and blessings. Almighty God, the most merciful creator of heaven and earth, we beseech Thee, O Lord, to protect us from harm in the performance of our duty. Give us courage and commitment to do our job well and dedication to make our community safe. Teach us to ignore those who scorn and show us no respect, but be mindful of those we've sworn to protect. We ask Thee to enlighten our minds so we can discern and execute the best for the PNP organization. Grant us wisdom and strength to do all our tasks in making our organization become more credible and most trusted by the public. May we always have the heart to put duty first in every work that we must do. And may we not disgrace the uniform, but bring pride to the badge we wear. All for your glory and honor. Amen.
Please be seated, sir, ma'am. And now, let us witness the pass and review of the PSBRC RTC3 Class 2020-05. MASINDAK. May we request our guest of honor, sir, accompanied by our very own Chief RTC3, to acknowledge the truth.
Ilo, wala na po tayo sa pasa, masin! Ano pala sa mga ko? Hot! Pasa! Masin! Harap sa kanan! Hop! Kalang balikat! Ho! Aslong! Kanino ba sulong? Ho!
Approaching, ladies and gentlemen, is the Battalion Commander Staff, led by Battalion Commander Sereni Ante, Ex-Ops Sereni Teller, S-Ops Sereni Sulata, S-Ops Sereni Galman, S-Tribus Sereni Patoa, S-Ops Sereni Mendoza, S-Ops Sereni Manila. Alpha Company Commander Staff, Commander Sereni Alcantara, Ex-Ops Sereni Puno, S-Ops Sereni Garcia, S-Ops Sereni Espiritu, First Battalion Sereni Ramos, Second Battalion Leader Sereni Puno, Bravo Company Commander Staff, Company Commander Sereni Labares, Ex-Ops Sereni Esteban, S-Ops Sereni Franco, Leader Perp Sereni Humeres, First Battalion Leader Sereni Pabalate, Second Battalion Leader Sereni Algaya. Please all rise for the passing of Cobos. Color Officer Sereni Serrano, Philippine Flag Bearer Sereni Roma Santa, 25 Flag Bearer Sereni Fidera, RTC3 Flag Bearer Sereni De La Cruz, Sa Flag Bearer Sereni Cortez, Rotary Flag Bearer Sereni De Vera, Color Guard Sereni Balmaceda and Sereni Baggio. Charlie Company Commander Staff, Company Commander Sereni Gaba, Ex-Hope Sereni De La Cruz, S-Fat Sereni Morales, Leader Bearer Sereni Legazpi, First Battalion Leader Sereni Pomuceno, Second Battalion Leader Sereni Dular. Delta Company Commander Staff, Company Commander Sereni Isidro, Ex-Hope Sereni Zambrano, S-Fat Sereni Chico, Leader Bearer Sereni Raimundo, First Battalion Leader Sereni Ramirez, Second Battalion Leader Sereni Verdillo,
Tapos na po ba na? Ano? Tapos ka na. Hop! Sulong. Hot!
Except for the Batco, which is pinakamatakot. Yet, he was chosen to be the Batco, probably is really snappy. From what I've seen, the battalion really executed a very perfect drill. So congratulations.
So, thank you, sir.
Agno, you please relay that to your subordinates. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
And that message also extends to your staff. So, congratulate the fellow officers for a job well done. Alright, so we'll have more time to talk later. I have some message for the whole class. But for now, I'm really impressed with what you have shown. And congratulations. And may God continue to guide you all in this training. Okay? Alright, thank you so much. Proceed.
Please be seated, sir.
And to Major Lorenzo. Siyempre, gusto na sister mo eh. Sa class 2006. Andiyan ba?
Now, before we proceed to the program proper, let us all seek out and be amazed with the displayed proficiency in rifle exhibition and precise and calculated movements. Consider the best of the best, the MASINDAK drill team. Becoming a drill is not an easy deal. Aspirants must go through a rigid screening process and spend months on enhancing and polishing series of calculated drill movements and precise handling of rifle through rigorous practices. This, few are chosen and only the toughest remain, and despite the limited time and resources, these gentlemen proved that no limitation could hinder them in showcasing their skills and capabilities, hence making this training center proud of them.
Pinuno, handa na po ang tilap sa kapasigan.
soldiers from the sky, fearless men who jump and die, men who mean just what they say, the brave men of the Green Beret, silver wings upon their chest. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Trained to live on nature's land, trained in combat, hand to hand, men who fight by night and day, courage deep from the Green Beret, silver wings upon their chests. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Back at home, a young life waits. Her Green Beret has met his fate. He has died for those oppressed, leaving her this last request. Put silver wings on my son's chest. Make him one of America's best.
Once again, the MASINDAK drill team. A round of applause, please.
Rap sa kanon! Rap! Parang balikat! Pas! Tulong! Go!
Members of the drill team. Team leader, Police Grani, Tarlac, Police Miguelian, Bulacan, Police De La Cruz, Pangasinan, Police Mariano, Vicia, Police Intero, Aurora, Police Bernardo, Pampanga, Police Sebastian, Quirino Province, Police Montado, Bohol, Police Tabiden, Vicia, Police Rogal, Isabela, Police Mendoza, Police Mamarita, Negros. Now this afternoon is one of the most significant moments in the trainee's life, as it is the time when we are to honor all the hard work and efforts of those who have excelled and contributed largely to the success of the class. Now, the long wait has paid off, and here in this presentation, they will now form the 3-star figures representing the 3 main islands of the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, to highlight the diversity of cultures and tradition among the police trainees, who have come from the different corners of the archipelago. And for the most awaited part of today's event, let us all witness the entrance of the members of the PSBRC RTC3, Class 2020-05, Alpha Toromeo.
Pas! Tulong! Go!
Members right now is going to drop us down, and everybody on the way, let's be down at the home of British Regional Training Facility. 467 strong combined forces of future officers of the regional police officers and future commanders of the Special Action Force Command are transforming this young force into 5 men of freedom and still the very legacy of this center, the discipline from which the pillars of the MASINDAK, mapagpatang samahan na itinatag ng may tangalang kaklayaan stood tall. Despite the horrors brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, as of October 3, 2023, on the 32-year-old known as the MASINDAK, 81 members of the PIDA from staff answered the call. And joined with them is the MASINDAK, also from staff, with a total of number 15 women. Thus, cementing the very foundation of MASINDAK. Mansala, Steve, Sinagawa, MASINDAK now serves as a melting pot for a single province, Bulacan.
is rich in many cultures and traditions. She is known to help in catering varieties of vibrant and grand festivities. These festivities are brought about to pay homage to patron saints. While in song, it is done as part of rituals and celebrations of other significant events. Now, ladies and gentlemen, through this effort to venerate our ancestors and forefathers, presenting to you is a native dance of Cordilleras of Northern Luzon.
Dia Festival Dance.
Kasiyahan, or the mother of all festivities, originated from the local name of the Aita people, meaning to imitate Ati. This is one of the major festivities being held in Visayas, particularly in Panay Island. The festivity was originally a pagan celebration to commemorate the Battle of Panay, where the Aita accepted gifts from the Bornean chieftains called Tata, who fled with their families, escaping the tyrannical rulers, in exchange for being allowed to dwell in the Aita's lands. They celebrated with dance and music, with the Borneans having painted their bodies with soot to show their gratefulness and camaraderie with the Aita who had dark skin.
Visayas, with the ancestry of great warriors, was manifested by display of courage in the people of Mactan during Spanish conquest. Equipped with nothing more than bladed weapons with their fearsome harness abilities, Filipino islanders defeated Ferdinand Magellan's army and massive bearing Spanish conquistador forces when they tried to invade the land. Now, with a fierce display of mastery and adeptness in Arnish martial arts, please welcome the MASINDAK Arnish team.
Malayong nakaraan, isang paraisong nais makamukha. Isla na kung tawagin ay magda.
And here is the reenactment of one of the fiercest clash of our ancestors against the invading Spanish conquistadors, the Battle of Mactan, where Ferdinand Magellan was killed by the infamous Lapu-Lapu-Lapu, the first Filipino to account for invasion and regarded as the first Filipino empire.
Martial arts of the Philippines. It is also known as Kali or Script. It is a form of martial arts that focuses on weapon-based fighting with knives, sticks, bladed weapons, and some improvised weapons. The sports also includes hand-to-hand combat, grappling, joint locks, and weapon disarmament techniques. It is a martial arts characterized by the use of swinging and twirling movements, accompanied by striking, trusting and parrying techniques for defense and offense. The discipline hones and skills speed, accuracy, and agility of the practitioners.
Now what you're witnessing is the choreographed skills, demonstration, and sound coordination of the practitioners and showcasing the different forms and routine in Arnis martial arts using baston sinuan.
Now, a performance that is native from the very heart of Mindanao and the home of the Haribon, the Philippine Eagle, the Kadayawan Festival Dance.
A festival derived from Manday word Madayang, meaning treasure or valuable. Katayaon Festival is a festivity where it celebrates the good thanks for the season's bountiful harvest, and that the tribes would gather and perform their native rituals in reverence to the nature god.
Considered to have been the main defectors against invaders in the Philippines and popularized as the juramentados during Spanish-American era. Now, with this presentation, let us all witness the display of mastery in hand-to-hand combat and bladed weapons. Please welcome the MASINDAK Warrior Dance Team.
Mga kababayan,
Juramentado in the Philippine history refers to male moral swordman expecting to be killed himself, the martyrdom undertaken as a form of jihad. A dedicated, premeditated, and sometimes highly skilled killer who prepared himself through ritual binding, shaving, and prayer in order to accomplish brazen attacks.
Moro people are the native Muslim inhabitants of the Philippines. They are the descendants of the early Manay, Arab, and Indian miners of the Philippine archipelago. From as early as the 14th century, the Moro people made up of 13 ethno-linguistic groups including Kalakranon, Hamamako, Panawani, Polpo, Dalaga, Kalibuga, Maguindanao, Maranao, Sama, Sangin, Kausum, Badjao, and Tiaga, and formed southwestern Mindanao, Sulu Islands, and Palawan. For generations, warlike Mono tribes had successfully prevented Spain from fully controlling the areas around Mindanao and the Sulu archipelago, developing a well-earned reputation as tourist seafaring raiders, added naval tacticians, and ferocious warriors who frequently demonstrated extraordinary personal bravery in combat. While the Moro forces would never match opponent's firepower or armor, such bands use intelligence, audacity, and mobility to raid strongly defended targets and quickly defeat all vulnerable opponents.
courage of David, the strength of Samson, the patience of John, the leadership of Moses, the faith of Daniel, the diplomacy of Lincoln, the tolerance of the carpenter of Nazareth, the kindness of the Good Samaritan, and finally, the intimate knowledge of every branch of natural, biological, and social science. And in here, training is where it all began, and the proving ground of new generations of police officers. Now, it is my pride and honor to present to you La Creme de la Creme of the Regional 20s and the 3, the PSBRC RTC3 Class 2020-05, Alpha to Romeo.
Minsan'y natuwa ang malikha, pinuang ibang pulo ang ginawa. Mga hilyas na inilata sa malasuglang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa tulong ng bahaghari. Kaya't isang libong kulay na aking kumagaway. Piligid ko ng Pilipinas, pahulong ang pintas ng vela. Piligid mo yan, kapit mo, mga nagkalikas. Piligid mo ang Pilipinas.
Mababoy! No!
Now to graciously welcome us to this momentous event, may we have our very own Assistant Chief RTC3, Police Lieutenant Colonel Adrian Resentes Antonio, sir.
To our ever supportive guest of honor speaker, who will be formally introduced later. Other distinguished guests, Attorney Abner Zamora, the Chief of Staff. Our guest of honor speaker, Mr. Raymond Turla, the President of Patrol Party List, sir. Mr. Beda Kiambao, the Secretary General of Patrol Party List. Mr. Vince Francis Pineda, the Chief Aide and Security Liaison Officer to the PNP and AFP of Patrol Party List. Sir, good afternoon. Mr. Eugene Ocampo, Deputy Secretary General of the Party List. Staff Sergeant Johnny Gonzalez, Close Protection Officer. And of course, the head of the Axlay Baguio branch, Mr. Nelson D.G. Enrique, sir. Good afternoon. Of course, our very own Chief, Regional Training Center 3, Police Colonel Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., sir. Other officers, commission officers and non-commissioned officers, our non-uniformed personnel, and of course, the members of PSBRC RTC3 Class 2020-05 MASINDAK. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I take great pleasure in welcoming you all in this very important activity of our police trainees here in RTC3, their honors night. In today's activity, we will honor and we will recognize deserving trainees who have excelled in their training. This activity is not just a celebration, but also a reminder for you, Class 05, to be thankful to all our training staff here in RTC3 for their sacrifice in helping you in your basic training and for what you have become. Your success today is just a first step in achieving greater success in the future. Sana huwag niyong kalimutan ang aming mga pangaral sa inyo once you go out to the four corners of this institution. Sa labas, wala nang AI na palaging gagabay sa inyo at ituro kung ano ang dapat niyong gawin. Most of the time, you will be on your own and you will be facing a lot of challenges along the way. At times, you only have seconds or a minute for you to decide on things you are confronted with. Your success in the field would also mean our success as your trainers, and also a success of your families and loved ones. So with so much ado, I welcome you all, especially our guests from the patrol party list, headed by our guest of honor speaker. I welcome you all to this best training center in the PNP Training Institute and to the honors night of our PSBRC RTC3 plus 05. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, sir. Now, we shall now come to the distribution of certificates and presentation of individual awards. May we call on our awardees to come up the stage. Likewise, may we have our dynamic guest of honor speaker to be assisted by very own Chief RTC3 and other distinguished guests to do the honors. Now, for the awarding of individual awards, they will be receiving certificates. Certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Giancarlo M. Tuaso for having obtained the highest grade in comprehensive examination with a rating of 86%, given this 20th day of May 2021 at RTC3 Pagkarsan Limagan, Pampanga, signed Julio Sabado Borospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Another certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Roger C. Taguimon Jr. for emerging as the fastest runner 21-kilometer graduation run Bell category with a finishing time of 1 hour 33 minutes and 28 seconds. Signed, Julio Sabado Borospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Sheila Ordaz for emerging the fastest run 21-kilometer graduation run female category with a finishing time of 1 hour 51 minutes and 54 seconds. Signed, Julio Sabado Borospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Another certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Aliazon Kier G. Labarejos for having obtained the highest grade in firearm proficiency in male category with a rating of 94%. Summoned, Julio Sabado Orozco Jr., Chief RTC3. Same certificate is awarded to Patrolman Melanie D.C. Ferry for having obtained the highest grade in firearms proficiency field category with a rating of 89%. Son, Julio Sabado Orozco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer. Another certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Russell P. Paduna for obtaining the highest rating of 95% in physical fitness test. Son, Julio Sabado Orozco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer. Same certificate of recognition is presented to Patrolman Marigold S. Lopez for obtaining the highest rating of 97% in physical fitness test. Son, Julio Sabado Orozco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Now, for the Subject Proficiency Award, Police Train de Mesa will receive the certificates in behalf of all the awardees from Alpha Pro. Citation reads, Subject Proficiency Award presented to Patrolman Jerome M. de Mesa for obtaining the highest rating of 94.58%. Signed, Julio Sabado Orozco Jr., Police Bureau, Chief RTC3. To Patrolman Melvin Bartolome Jr., obtaining 92.30%. Patrolman Reynald Manaay, rating 93.0%. Patrolman Justin Del Rosario, 90.41. Patrolman Yorn John Yakusana, rating 90.42%. Patrolman Jason Saladaga, rating 92.99%. Patrolman Eliezer C. Ikayran, 91.77%. Patrolman Benji Hernandez, rating 91.61%. Patrolman Lorenzo L. Magat, 93.91%. Patrolman Danilo Miguel, 92.6%. Patrolman John Patek Makayanan, 93.14%. Patrolman Dan Emmet Reyes, 92.82%. Patrolman Rhea Maris Reynon, 94.7%. Patrolman Justin Renz Toribio, 91.4%. Patrolman Jefferson Rizal, 92.5%. Carly John Tuazan, 93.97%. Edward Salomon, 94.07%. Tabilen, Patrolman Junior Son, Tabilen, 93.58%. Awardees, Patrolman de Mesa will also receive the awards for academic proficiency on behalf of all the awardees from Alpha Club. Now, for the non-academic proficiency award, academic proficiency award is presented to Jerome de Mesa, Melvin Bartolome, Reynald Manaay, Jason Saladaga, Eliezer Ikayran, Benji Hernandez, Lorenzo Magat, Danilo Miguel, John Patrick Makayanan, Jezreel Morgan Limon, Rhea Maris Reynon, Justin Renz Toribio, Jefferson Navidad, John Carl Tuazan, Hero James Basco, Junior San Tabilen. Now, for the non-academic proficiency award, Police Trainee Labarejos will receive the awards in behalf of all the awardees from Alpha Pro. Citation reads, Non-Academic Proficiency Awards are presented to Patrolman Alizon Kier G. Labarejos for obtaining the highest rating, 94.40%. Signed, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same awards, Award 2, Patrolman Virgie Pagulayan, Patrolman Angelo Alfaro, John Mark De Leon, Brian B. Dampil, Eric Jasper Sligen, Christy E. Balad, Jolie Palea, Maricar Espinosa, John Claridad, John Christian Romero, Francesca May Tabergo, Rainier Pesquisa, King Cesar Rarogal, Leonard Patrick Tabergo, John Michael P. Peguera, Ricky Nelson, Nel Tumaag, Quinn Wislan C. Pag. Now for the Leadership Award for respected class marchers. Police Train Patrolman Asirit will receive the awards on behalf of all company class marchers from Alpha to Romeo. Citation reads, Leadership Awards presented to Patrolman Daniel Noah Asirit for showing exceptional leadership in management as the class marcher of the PSBRC RTC3 MASINDAK Alpha Company, composed of 23 students. Signed, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same awards goes to Patrolman Reynald Manaay for Bravo Company, Danilo Bulong for Charlie Company, CJ Guevara for Delta Company, Ariel Solomon for Echo Company, Eliezer Mikayran for Foxtrot Company, Randolph Brazil for Golf Company, Carlo B. Guevara for Hawk Company, John Philip Monme for India Company, John Claridad for Juliet Company, Percival De Los Santos for Kilo Company, Charo Lando Dulay for Lima Company, Zoran Ramirez for Mike, Onofre Mecate for November, Arvin Nerva for Oscar Company, Roxanne Valdez for Papa Company, Noel Patrick A. Villena for Quebec Company, John Billy M. Castillo for Romeo Company. Now another Leadership Award for respected class presidents. Patrolman Abuyot will receive the awards in behalf of all company class presidents from Alpha to Romeo. Citation reads, Leadership Awards presented to Patrolman Jesse S. Abuyot for exceptional service rendered as class president of the PSBRC RTC3 Masindak, composed of 23 students, Alpha Company. Signed, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same Leadership Awards awarded to Patrolman Rosana Veraflor for Bravo Company, Rodrigo Cuevas for Charlie Company, Ira Kibanov for Delta Company, Maricris Soriano for Echo Company, Janine Almero for Foxtrot Company, Sarah Jane Delgado for Golf Company, Elika Tarosa for Hawk Company, Kyle Joash Demense for India Company, Mariví Bagangan for Juliet Company, Kit Catherine Ann Badillo for Kilo Company, Rosemary Joy Sapasa for Lima Company, Justin Joe Namarzo for My Company, Ramon Sikihon for November Company, Marcel P. Soriano for Oscar Company, Jericho N. Manzan for Papa Company, Dominic Turaray for Quebec Company, Queen Winston C. Palma for Romeo Company. And now, a letter of commendation is awarded to Patrolman Jefferson S. Milian, being overall Vice President of the PSBRC RTC3 Class Masindak, son, Police Colonel Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Chief RTC3. Police Patrolman Milian will receive all recommendations for overall class officers. Overall class secretary, Patrolman Tumi, Edelisa Tumibay. For overall treasurer, Patrolman Justin De Rosario. For overall auditor, Patrolman Elgo Lopez. For overall protocol officer, Patrolman Rodrigo Bejas. For overall protocol officer, Melanie Isites. Also, a letter of commendation is awarded to Patrolman Christian J. A. Tellers for being the regimental excellent. Likewise, Patrolman Christian Tellers will receive same commendation to the battalion staff or regimental staff. Patrolman Mark Sunarta, Regimental S1, Patrolman Kevin Gagman for Regimental S2, Patrolman Roberto Bataon for the Regimental S3, Patrolman Jeffrey Mendoza for Regimental S4, Patrolman Marion Marinda, Regimental S1. Signed, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Chief RTC3. Now for the certificate for top 3 respective companies. This certificate will also be received by Patrolman Elijah Tarosa in behalf of all the top 3. Certificate of Merit is awarded to Patrolman Elijah Tarosa for being the number 3 with a general average of 91.49%. Son, Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer. Same merit is awarded to Patrolman Luelto Facunda, Princess Levita Di Macali, John Michael Rivera, Prince Harold Pondo, Reniel De La Munes, Cindy Lorenzo, Christy Balag, Maricar Espinosa, Jerome Orines, Kent Rojas, Neil N.J. Sabat, Justin Joe Ramarzo, Christian T. Sanchez, Carlo Boy Elizondo, Jefferson Samiliano, Charlie Louis C. Carpio, and Queen Winslet C. Pop. Now for the number 2. Patrolman Jimwell Ciego will receive the awards on behalf of all companies from Alpha Toronto. Certificate of Merit is presented to Patrolman Jimwell Ciego for being awarded number 2, San Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer. Same certificate of merit is awarded to Arvin J. Pinuton, Adrian Lagtas, Teresa May de la Cruz, Giancarlo Cao, April Bartolo, Reynoso Girano, Algie Duda, John Paulo Garcia, Baby Joy Sabaluca, Jerome Munoz, Dan Emil Reyes, Kendy May de Manaray, Patrolman Brian Rico, Leonard Patrick Taberto, Aris P. Sombrano, Edward Salomon, and John Lyndon M. Culfa. Now, Patrolman Rhea Maris Reynon will receive the awards in behalf of all top 1 from Alpha Toronto. Certificate of Merit is presented to Patrolman Rhea Maris Reynon for being number 1, San Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer 3. Same certificate of merit is awarded to Patrolman Melvin Bartolome, Patrolman Reynald Manahay, Justin P. Del Rosario, Brian D. Lampil, Patrolman Jason Saladaga, Patrolman Eliezer C. Icairan, Benji P. Hernandez, Lorenzo Magat, Danilo Miguel, John Patrick C. Makayanan, Jezreel Hubaylon Itihon, Jerome Denesa, Justin Renz Toribio, Jefferson Navidad, John Carlo Plaza, Aaron James Vasco, Junior Son Paginen. And now for the overall top number 10 to 4. Citation reads, Certificate of Merit is presented to Patrolman Kendy May T. De Menaraid for being the overall number 10 with a general average of 91.61%. San Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief Officer 3. Same certificate of merit is awarded to Patrolman Edward Salomon for being overall number 9 with a general average of 91.66%. Son, Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same certificate of merit is awarded to Patrolman Giancarlo Garcia for being overall number 8 with a general average of 91.89%. Son, Julio Sabado Grosco Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Same certificate of merit is presented to Patrolman Junior Sans Kate Tapiden for being overall number 7 with a general average of 91.97%. Son, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Certificate of Merit is presented to Patrolman Jerome N. Demesa for being overall number 6 with a general average of 92.09%. Son, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Certificate of Merit is awarded to Patrolman Chief Diego for being overall number 5 with a general average of 92.11%. Son, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. Last but definitely not the least, Certificate of Merit is presented to Patrolman Aaron James C. Ibasco for being the overall number 4 with a general average of 92.40%. Son, Julio Sabado Gorospe Jr., Police Colonel, Chief RTC3. All awardees also received cash gifts from our very supportive guests of honor speaker. Thank you very much, sir.
Kaya pala minsan sabi maganda po.
The top 1 to 3 will be announced on the graduation day.
Congratulations. Okay na lang, no?
Once again, congratulations to our awardees. Please be seated, sir. At this juncture, we will now proceed to the next part of this program, and in here, you will witness the variety of discipline and performances from the proud members of the PSBRC class MASINDAK. And to begin with, join me in being dazzled with the display of mastery and sound coordination of these fine men and women of this training center as they perform